high-level players here that we've seen a lot here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown and just Valorant esports in general. And so I'm excited to see them here under the Dimmadome's banner. And this is going to be fun, especially since we see an Astra already locked in on the side of 303. This is really exciting.
When did Bind become the... Did I literally just speak into the world like I wanted Bind to be sent and now it's happening? Like, okay. Either way, I'm excited. Astra, holy smokes. We got stuff to talk about, Choice. We got stuff to talk about for days. We're about to get into this.
We do.
With... and also the Reyna as well. Okay, this is interesting. So for going the Jet into the Reyna because you have enough smokes with Blackheart on the Astra, I'm guessing there's so much to think about here. I'm very interested. This is my first time casting in a tournament setting for Astra, so there's a lot of things to think about here when going into this, which is how will Astra play this? How time your stars? What do you use your stars for? How much of that is really smokes and fast and aggressive are you going to be? Because you do have some pretty aggressive duelists on their side of 303. You know, your Lear is very important for you to charge in with, and your blast packs are going to go in with, you know, con artists, excuse me. So a lot of questions running in through my head. We're seeing a little more textbook play, but Sugar Free is also on that Reyna, which is interesting to talk about as well, Choice.
Yeah, absolutely. But, I mean, here we are. We're going to be jumping in here really quickly with Drakius already taking out the first member of 303, which is going to be AJ, that Reyna. So that's going to be a lot of frag potential taken off the field here. We're going to be pushing in. Mirari is going to be taken down as well from Con Artist. So this is a 1-for-1 so far. And that's going to be some duelists off of the field already. And it looks like they are going hunting already for this last member, Drakius, who does have the spike. If they could get the spike down in this situation, that could be everything for 303 to start off here, but now they kind of gave up the B site, and now this is basically B site for free for the side of Dimmadomes, but Monsi is going to be taking out Ezire, that lurking Cypher, and this is going to be a tough situation for Dimmadomes as 303 is going to be pushing in. Look at this already with the gravity well. It's going to be taking Sawston away from running out of that situation, but here it is. That's going to be the first round going on over to 303 in a very fun fashion. We already got to see the gravity well. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff, Emmy.
I'm excited already. It's seeing the plays that just came in here. 303, not unlike Hyperspace with this chaos, or even Stay Rooted on it, honestly. This chaotic play style of just sort of, even though they forego the site, they still lock it down and still have the ability to trade out. Because even though they go in aggressively, they have information. If they're not there, they're over there, and it's just sort of, it's not what I would have thought doing, but it certainly is welcoming for just a change of playstyle. And now they're in a prime position. As long as they don't get too overly aggressive with themselves, 303 are looking prime to take a fervent lead into this already. The eco round coming into fruition here, and there we go. Just getting it out of the way here, Choice. Now we get to talk about a buy round versus a bonus. It's going to be pretty crazy. I mean, I'm already excited. These are great executions.
Oh my goodness. Let's see a replay of this one, because that was so crazy. Look at this. I mean, they're setting up here with the 5-player push up B long, but I mean, Con Artists with the help of the team taking out that recon bolt. Oh, we aren't unable to see it this time, but my goodness, able to take out all 5 members within a matter of seconds. So crazy stuff from 303 to start off, but this is the buy round, just like you said, Bemi. And they're already kind of doing some work on 303. Con Artist, though, is going to be able to trade out Ezire. Really unfortunate situation, because now this is the Vandal in the hand of Con Artist going to be pushing through here, but those smokes are there so far. Mirari pushing up, kind of being that lurking raise, but you see the Sova all the way in, basically their spawn, able to run around, but they are going to rotate because I feel like the Moon Boots are going to be heard by the raise. But here it is. My goodness, Flipsy. Look at this, Bemi.
They're already going back and forth here, though. This is, again, a bonus round for 303. They only lost 1 member in the last round, I believe, so they are looking primed to just try to make this expensive. So they're doing a great job. That being said, though, Dimmadomes, very impressive. Not overly exertive with their aggression, only getting caught off guard here and there. Good pincer maneuver, though. still trading out. It's a 2v2 situation, but a Vandal in the hand. If they can get to the halfway mark, this is going to look prime for them. Monsi able to get it halfway so they can take on the duels without worry. Last one is already tagged up badly, and they will be able to win it out. Monsi winning the bonus round and keeping a Vandal for themselves. That is what you want to see when you're going for a bonus choice.
Whoo! Crazy stuff. You saw 303 really focus on the fact that they were trying to pick up those guns, pick up those frags, and really isolate some of the members of Dimmadomes, and they did a fantastic job. I mean, at the end, let's be honest, at the end, that was all Monsi. That was all just crazy, ridiculous gameplay, game sense in general. So, fantastic stuff from 303 so far to go up 3-0 up against Dimmadomes. But this is, this is that safe round for Dimmadomes. But if they can kind of shake the rust off, they've already played one match. This is going to be their second match of the day. They could shake some of the more of that rust off up against 303. I feel like they could really come back with some of the talent that they have in their roster.
Certainly. I mean, this is, again, in theory, is the defense favorite map. It does feel like that a lot more with 303 going in here, but yeah, Dimmadomes, they're making it close to doing what they can. Again, this is... I'm not really sure who picked this map, so it may be just that this is right now 303's map pick, and they're looking great already. It's a bonus, but there you go. You can't argue with an ace sometimes. Even if it is a bonus, it's just impressive that you managed to hold down aim sights like that. Aim Lab is your best friend here.
They've been hitting up the aim labs. They've been hitting up the Kovacs. They are feeling it right now in their aim. That was beautiful. Some nice one taps. Feeling real crispy for Blackheart. Love starting off with that. And look at this. We get to see that kind of Astra galaxy view, see where they're placing this, the stars down. And you do see some interesting situations, especially with this ultimate going out almost immediately, as well as the gravity well. Man, but Mirari is going to be able to pick up con artists. That is huge as they push up through the B long. But it seems like Reyna is ready to do some damage themselves. My goodness, this is a crazy start to the match, Benny.
Certainly is. Monty's going to drop the molly so that way they can hold down showers as much as they like. The position is revealed, and Darky is ready for that and gets into a good position. Now with the buy round firmly in their hand, they are looking great. A beautiful pick as well to catch out the flank. Not looking ideal for 303 to take it back, but with the fact that they've won quite a few rounds, they can focus on just trying to take some weapons out of the hands. Flipsy does have an operator. Maybe they do want to play a little bit sugar-free. Will deny that at all. And a massive flawless round. Dimmadomes needed that kind of round to start making their way back up into tying up the score here.
I mean, pretty crazy start for Dimmadomes in general to really, like, we saw it. It was 4-0 at the start there. It was looking pretty tough. A little rough for them, but I mean, like I said, they were able to get the buy in their hands, and it looked crispy. It looked, I mean, it was honestly, it was all up to Mirari there with that operator in hand. They were able to get 3 kills during that whole spot, especially the first blood of that round. So a very good start for Dimmadomes to get that buy in their hands, but oh my goodness, the Hunter's Fury's coming out.
Blackheart gets taken down as well. Hunter Fury try to be responding in kind here. Flipsy, see if they can do anything to trade it out, but to no avail. It's just going to be a nice open sight. Monsi, I don't know if the shots fired are going to give away their position. They're in a good crossfire, though, formation. Showers, Heaven, coming out of defense, Spawn, coming in through the connector. AJ is ready, gets one. The Empress, oh, she is hungry. Yes, Queen, as we already get into here, does get blinded out, but they didn't push through, but Darky is still able to find out. Gets 2 more for their trouble. 303. It looks so good for them. Now, Flipsy has to close this out, but misses to right click, and there we go. Darky is with 4 health remaining. Gets a 3K and saves it for their team.
Oh my goodness. Drakius, cool under pressure, able to get those frags under extreme pressure. I mean, there was tons of barrels, tons of guns pointed straight at them. They were able to handle it every single time. The fact of the matter is, it was kind of a one. they were peaking one by one, and that was really unfortunate because Drakius put themselves into a perfect position to allow that to happen. And that's what's going to happen throughout this entire time. They got to keep that kind of stuff happening. But this time, Mirari is going to be watching this mid portion. And it seems like 3 members of Dimmadomes are pushing up real aggressively. Con Artist is going to be able to trade out Ezire. Going to be sending in the Roomba as well to try and get some information around this corner. But Mirari is going to be waiting and watching with this operator. Is going to miss that shot and gets taken down by Monsi. Beautiful stuff from Monsi.
It's a 4v3 retake now as well. This is going to look very prime. They have a couple of rifles in the hand. The lockdown's going out. They are that confident. The Hunter's Fury were dropped earlier, so they have no way to counter this. They have to give the space. Otherwise, they're just going to be in an awkward position. TP is going to happen. Monsi will go down at the very least. There is one player, but to 10, and Flipsy is able to catch them off guard. Sauce tries to see if they can find anything, but it's not to be the case. Con Artist will catch Drakius off guard, and there we go. A really massive clutch round for 303. They bring it back in the eco, and they'll keep it going with the lead.
Oh, it always feels good when you see that Thrifty pop up there. You win those Thrifty rounds. They did a fantastic job. I mean, they were winning out gunfights that they probably shouldn't have won out against. But they still did it. That buddy system working, and just, I mean, Monsi being able to take down Mirari with, with the Sheriff up against an operator. That is a huge moment and a really unfortunate one for Mirari in general. But this time, they're going to be coming back again. It is a 5-2 situation right now. It seems like 303 are feeling pretty good about themselves. They're going to have to continue this, but it looks like it's going to be a nice, quick showstopper from Con Artist. It's not going to connect with anybody this time, but Mirari once again proving to be an aim god here, and Mirari with their own showstopper is going to be pushing in.
Looking to try to find anything, but that's sometimes the job of the entry fragger, is just to realize, oh, well, I used everything to realize that nobody's here, but it's information at the least, and they will be ready for it. 3 stacks over here. Esri doesn't find anybody, but Drakius able to find one, but they're traded out. Still going back and forth, though. They need to be careful. One hanging back in the back container. You get their location reveal as well. Flipsy, they know exactly where they are, and this is looking very drastic. A much needed round to come back here. We'll be able to finally get a 3rd round on the board, but the lead still coming in for 303. They're not, for lack of trying, making it very challenging for Dimmadomes to make this half theirs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Dimmadomes, they're doing all they can. I mean, they had enough money to really buy into this round after that last round loss. And so they're keeping themselves pretty economically healthy for the most part for where they should be. Sawston still has 5,700 credits in their favor. And look at this kind of force-ish buy from 303. I feel like Dimmadomes have put 303 in the perfect position to stay on the up and up when it comes to credits and econ. But here it comes. They are going to send in the Lear. Not going to get anything this time. And this is going to be a nice slow push from Dimmadomes.
Really want to make this count. Again, they don't have a full buy on 303, but they still got rifles. And they could very well easily take this back. Sugar Free does have that Empress, though. She really wants to go in. Stars will be indicating that they may be stacked up a little heavily on A. As we also see on the mini-map, there's quite a bit of util there. Thanks to the Killjoy. It's very impressive. The Gravity Well Molly combo is something I appreciate very much. See how it goes. So here it comes. Gravity Well combo. Sugar Free able to get it out of the way, but unfortunately will get shot down by Blackheart. That's already the first blood right there. The Empress is gone, but they're still able to trade it out for 2. Con Artist still trying to make it competitive, though. We'll just hang around the cages. They'll try to deny the plant. They will be able to, but it will cost their life. Is it worth it, though? They still have at least 2 set up. 1 at short and 1 at cubby. But there it is. Mirai gets taken out. Or Mirai's able to take them out, and there we go. It is going to be another round for the Dimmadomes. 1 round away from tying up the series.
I feel like Dimmadomes executed that so well. They were pushing slow because they saw the 2 stars on short, and they were trying to bait out the stars as much as possible. I mean, they sent in Reyna after they kind of put in some util to try and bait it out, but this time they went full force with the Reyna, able to bait out both of the stars, and that was that utility out of the hands of 303. And I feel like that's exactly what kind of put them on the up and up, because they took out a lot of util from 303 in general. So good stuff from them.
They got the turret as well, so great stuff is there. See, Sugar Free able to get one, doesn't even drop the Empress, needs to do that. Great job. Also, picks off Con Artist, that's the operator gone. And now, just already Blackheart gonna try to see if they can bring it back, but it is again an eke around. They're gonna try to work with what they've got. This is looking very prime for Dimmadome to tie up the series with Sugar Free. Leads to charge. And I'm already excited for the buy around to bring. I think that's going to be pure chaos right there between the two teams.
Oh, Sugar Free with the classic right click for a 4K on their rival Reyna. Crazy stuff from Sugar Free. Absolutely going ham right now. 10, 7, and 3 with that Empress available again already. We saw the 4K come out, and that gave them this Empress again, basically like 2 rounds in a row. I don't know. They're just popping off right now, going ham, and Con Artists gotta shout them out as well. 11, 6, and 1, going ham themselves. 1 ultimate orb away from, or ultimate point away from that showstopper again. So they're gonna have to do this hookah crunch nice and quickly and push out Con Artists as fast as possible, because if they do that, this could be the sight in their favor.
Essentially. So Ferrari does get caught out by the drone. And already AJ is hungry. They're just so ready for it. And even if they weren't able to get it, they did have at least Flipsy there to trade it out with them. This 303 team still brings it back in some cases. This is quite even back, I would dare say, as we also see the score line. Again, both pulling off convincing rounds. No real misplays, just place, as I'd like to think, as Dimmadomes have to be respectful of the util here. Coming in from the Astra, I think the Astra has been also a pretty huge place. The fact that the stars can be multiple things at once and you can reposition them many ways has been so useful. And also Karnard is potentially useful, but they still one knee most likely, and Sugar Free will take advantage of that. Though AJ takes out the rival, and now it is going to be looking not very prime for them to try to get this out. I mean, this is looking, honestly, Choice, if I had to recall here, this is looking like a 6-6 round already. I don't think they're going to be able to win out, but they might be able to get the plant, as AJ does have to wait for the rest of the team to regroup and try to retake with them. But this is already looking good. Ooh. Mirari does manage to get one, though. Gravity well tries to find something, but not to be the case. But still, Empress pulled out just to secure ground. And there we go. 6th round on the board. They at least guarantee the tie, if nothing else, 303.
You know, I love this. Last round, we saw Dimmadome's Reyna, Sugar Free, get the 4K. This round, we saw 303's Reyna get the 4K.
It's a story of the Reyna.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, they are popping off right now, using this, using those leers, using their positioning to their advantage. So beautiful stuff from both sides. I do have to give it to 303. They were at a deficit there at the beginning. You know, they pushed out, Dimmadomes pushed out Con Artist from hookah. But what happened was Astra was able to put a star down at the hookah drop, at the window. Perfect positioning to be able to push off Dimmadomes from that hookah push in general and deny the B site take. So huge stuff from 303 Esports, using that Astra to its fullest potential. You love to see stuff like that.
You do. We also got to give credit to also the other members. Monsty's been great. Also, Con Artist has been really great. Mirari as well. Gotta just give credit to everybody. They've been a great team. I mean, the Reynas, not without themselves. The wall comes up, though. Makes things a little bit awkward to push out from A-Short. Love this call as well. Now, do the don'ts. You gotta play the waiting game a little bit, unless they want to try to rush out of this and try to go for some trades here. But I don't think they want to give up the half. They already lose one player. Drakius also gets taken out as well, caught off guard. A little bit of that flank. They still trade out, but they're in a stuck corner, and that's going to be at least maybe one for the Hunter's Fury. Yes, it will. Mirari goes down, and Sugar Free, even though they're on the Empress, it's already halfway done. A 1v4 situation is a tough act to follow.
I mean, this is perfect. Absolutely perfect from 303. I don't know if you noticed this, but the fact that they used that wall from Astra, it completely pincered Dimmadomes in a really bad position. And now look at this. Sugar Free is going to be stunned. Is going to lose out to Blackheart, but my goodness, big brain plays. They got pincered out from 303 with that wall. And then you saw 2 members in showers, 2 members up in heaven, and that was the perfect positioning for them to be in to deny the omen on this, or excuse me, to deny the, oh, excuse me. Huh. It freaked me out a little bit because we switched sides, but yeah, to deny the omen there. But as we are getting ready for this second half, I want to remind you again about the Red Bull Campus Clutch. If you are a college member and you are a college student, excuse me, and you love Valorant, you should just sign up for this. Go on over to redbullcampusclutch.com to find your campus and be able to sign up for that. It is a beautiful global tournament where 50 countries are participating in this global tournament. 50! That's good stuff. So you want to be a part of that. There is money on the line. There is a land on the line as well. So, and I do believe it's in Spain. Beautiful, beautiful Spain. So get ready for that. Sign up, redbullcampusclutch.com.
I would dread to miss that. Anyways, so here we go. Is the pistol round going in for 303? Can they be as good on attack as they have been on defense? So the real question is, how did they use these stars in attack to go into here? As I am now officially solo casting, as Choice is losing it next to me, but will also Dimmadome's lose it here on defense as well. AJ still being the ever excruciatingly painful Reyna for the Dimmadomes, able to find 2. Sugar Free tries to respond in kind, does manage to catch one off the elbow, and gets away with their life. With the overkill, they still have a good amount of health to roll with. They still get the plant, though, 303. Means they're in a good prime post-plant situation if they can get out of container and make the trade. And they don't even need the trade because they managed to get both. It's going to be the last one remaining, and Monsi from Hookah will be able to lock that down. Then 303, beautifully done, pushes it on over.
Beautiful stuff from 303 to be able to stop any sort of retake from Dimmadomes. And beautiful joke earlier, by the way, Bemi. Beautiful stuff. I could not hold it together. Not gonna lie. I'm a sucker for puns, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, you were talking about how is 303 going to use the Astra Stars on this attacker side? Look at this placement for these stars. I mean, they might want to. Yeah, okay. Using them to smoke off a couple of areas, but already this dark cover is here, and a beautiful recon dart is going to spot out 3 members, but AJ spamming through the smoke is going to take down Drakius.
And I mean, again, it's going to be as much of an eco round as possible. They did invest into some, like a sheriff or 2. So unfortunately, that means some won't be able to afford the armor. And they're looking so good here. That is the thing that it's sort of interesting to see how they start, because it does kind of nod to the opposing team, like, what is your initiation on attack? Because stars are, you have to place them preemptively or before you are able to activate them. So it does reveal a lot of your thought process and ideas. But Gravity well on the heaven or smoke as well is beautiful. Again, that variety that it provides is pretty amazing. Still good back and forth, but again, 303 keeping it clean. 3 members alive. They're still able to get the bonus down. It's going to be a buy round, but with the fact that there was a couple of members that did invest into the sheriffs, I wonder, okay, so this is how they're going to balance it out. It's actually they're going to be able to afford the armor. One of them is rocking the Guardian Drakius. Okay, I like it a lot. So, yeah, Choice. We're about to get into a bonus versus a buy for the most part.
Yeah, this is going to be intense too. AJ feeling themselves on the second half as well, pushing themselves towards that top spot on their leaderboard there. Has the Bulldog in hand as well as the Empress. This could be a huge round for AJ if they're able to be in the right spots at the right time, sending in the Leer, but Mirari is here with the paint shells to be able to stave off some stuff as well as a kill out onto Con Artist. Beautiful start for Mirari, being able to do stuff like that, but there it is, the The stun is not going to hit anybody this time from that Astra Star, but Monsi and Flipsy are going to be trying to push out through the showers area, and you've got a little crunch and a little pinch from 303 here, and it looks like the execute is just about to happen.
Certainly, even though it's a bonus, they're still trying to play it like they can win it, and they certainly will with getting the trade on there and the plant. Ideal situation. Love this. A little bit of damage. Those are getting picked off one by one. Now they need to fall back over into lamps and see if they can at least play for picks. Mirari gets Flipsy off guard, but they've already managed to get one. Nice little tag, but they try to take the duels. Spectres versus Rifles. Unless they're able to trade, doesn't work out well. Dimmadomes will finally be able to win out a round, but here's the real question, Choice. Can they win against a bye against 303 on a
You failed. Now,
That is a good question, Bemi. Can they continue this momentum up against 303, who are looking real crispy with this Astra pick? I feel like that kind of is like one of those things that's really putting a wrench in Dimmadome's plans in general. That those Astra Stars kind of doing exactly what they're supposed to do. If you put it down, you're standing next to it, you just have that nervous energy behind your head. You know, they can activate it at any time, and I feel like that's what this Astra Blackheart has been able to do in the favor of 303. Dimmadomes are going to have to continue on this momentum and give themselves constant confidence because they are fantastic players, but this is going to be tough. The Grabulo comes in with the paint shells as well, but it's not going to do too much. Drakius is still alive and holding this ugly, ugly corner.
See though, another star comes in. They do manage to get picked off, and there it is. Con Artist able to find them. Blackheart making it super difficult for anything to get value off of Hookah, and already this is looking prime for 303 as they make their way over onto the A side, as they've known that they have eliminated everybody at B, so why not be bloodthirsty and go over to A? Have to deal with some cage, a showstopper. Mirari almost gets Blackheart. They will finally get followed up, but they are already traded, and Monsi is dangerous to deal with. I don't think Mirari is going to have an easy time to deal with their partner. They do manage to find one, but it's going to be enough. It is a 2v2 situation, but Monsi's ready. Tries to take on the last duel. Now it's 1v1 situation. They know exactly that they're short. Mirari tries to take the shot. Not going to work out, though. Also, they have the 103 online, but Mirari, here's this, but they cancel it because they did the footsteps. If they did just shift walk for a little bit longer, they might have been able to catch them off guard, but now this duel's be happening, and the time is ticking away. Oh no, this is not ideal, and they, I'm sure, have nerdy dark shock dart positions here, Flipsy. Are they going to try to take on the duel, though? They hear the footsteps, they shoot it through the wall, and they will be able to get it, but hold on. They didn't get to the halfway mark. They should have enough time, though. Yes, with just a couple of seconds to spare. Oh my gosh, what a noisy duel that was, Choice.
Yeah, an exciting duel, but Mirari's got the clutch potential, the clutch factor in their back pocket. They know what they're doing in this situation like this. They had enough time to be able to play the mind games with Flipsy. I mean, they did kind of rush up a little bit with the moon booting and allowing Flipsy to cancel that Hunter's Fury, but my goodness, beautiful stuff from Mirari, beautiful stuff from Dimmadomes in general, and now we're into another round. They're still down 2 points, but they could come back. That was that bye round that you were talking about, Bemi, and they were able to win it out up against 303, but we're seeing a light bye here from 303, not too bad, but look at this.
Oh, not ready for Sugar Free, holding a TP. I mean, this is going to be a semi-throwaway round, it seems. They do just sort of just try to play for picks, do what they can here. Wondering if the loss bonus will be enough for them to buy. They did buy up semi-heavily, so I'm sure they have a plan or something going into this. They don't have the spike as well, unfortunately. It's at all the way on A, so I think their goal is to just maybe try to find some picks, as they do believe they're getting hunted, but Dimmadomes, they're being smart. They're just holding the spike and saying, you know what, let's not try to give our opponents too much to work with.
Yeah, Sawston getting a little aggressive up against this turret. Might actually get spotted out by it. Ooh, the timing there was very interesting. Monsi able to get the headshot there. They're going to pick up the Phantom, but they're going to be immediately taken down by Sugar Free, who is just in this aggressive spot, allowing them to stay alive with that. Oh my goodness, with that dismissal. It's going to be taken down. Flipsy is going to be able to get this Phantom in their hands. Still going to be pushing up. It's still going to be not going to be enough. There's 10 seconds left, and I don't even think at full moon booting speed you can pick up that spike and put it down. But a fantastic round from Dimmadomes, even though it was kind of a semi half buy from 303. They did still have some guns in hand. They had a couple bulldogs, a couple of other guns like shotguns as well. So it's going to be a very interesting buy here. They're going to be kind of at a credit deficit, but a full buy indeed. AJ is going to have that half shield. A tough situation for them to be in, but this could be another point on the board for Dimmadomes with Mirari and an operator. 17-11-1, feeling crispy as that entry fragger, as that duelist. Looking real good here, Bemmy.
Does, but Ultimate Economy looking great for 303 as well. And I'm interested to see how Blackheart will use this well on attack. See if they use this to take over B. They do know that they're there already, and it looks like they are going to commit to the push as well. Just try to bait it as much utility as they can. They have a showstopper to enter with as they so desire, so see what they can do. I'm not sure if they heard Mirari shoot the operator yet. There's a lot of noise, so I don't know if they're aware it's over on the B site, but I could be punishing if Mirari's looking the right way. DJ able to save their teammate just a nick of time, living with just a sliver of help, keeping it going. They're playing for picks. They certainly want to make this time work in their favor here by just trying to make sure they get some opening in the sites. They want to make this count here on 303 Esports, and they're just going to take the TP over to A choice, and this may nip them in the butt.
You are divided.
Yeah, that's huge stuff by them. 303 are going to drop the wall as well from Astra. This is going to be huge stuff by them. The Cage is going to come out as well as the Empress. AJ is going to be pushing out, clearing these corners, but Drakius is going to be traded out by Con Artist by taking out Monsi as well. Ezire still in a nice, crispy little corner here, but the Showstopper is going to come out up into heaven. It's going to take down Mirari. Ezire taking out another member, setting down the hat. That's going to be a 2v2 situation here, but there is going to be a trade-off. 2v1. No, 303 are going to be able to handle it up against Dimmadomes, and that's going to bring them up to a double-digit point marker here in the second half. My goodness, what a crazy round.
The wall, dude, it made everything so difficult for Dimmadomes to make it work. They have so much working with them and just sort of denying the line of sight of the back sight and just not allowing them to do anything. Neurotheft was very fortunate for them. They tried to make it close as they could, but already by that time, it was looking great. They were able to take very good advantages to beat Blackheart. I mean, I would say, folks, if you want to compete in Tier 3, Tier 2 Valorant, you want to take notes from Blackheart because they're doing some amazing stuff with Astra right now.
Absolutely. Creating opportunities for their team to be able to push in. And I love this. When you pull a star back, it actually brings up the smoke just for a second, I do believe. I think it's just 1 second or maybe 2. But a beautiful situation for them. They're actually going to opt to give the site on over to 303 completely and allow themselves a 5-player retake here. And they're going to go the long way. But Monsi is already here, ready for this. Takes down one, it takes down another one. A double kill for Monsi. Huge stuff by them. AJ, always so crispy, calm, cool, and collected, punching through with this Vandal. Good stuff from both sides, really, but 303 just clutching it out right now.
Certainly able to work with this round as they only had to go through, you know, some stingers, some sheriffs. They don't even get to walk away with this weapon. Sauce will just accept their fate. It's just easier to die to the spike. But there you go. Now they're going to get into this buy round. But I do dare say, Choice, this is it. I mean, even with potential loss bonus, this is potentially the last full buy round coming in from Dimmadomes. And if they don't win this round, this is probably it, because this is going to be match point for 303, and the economy's not looking all that amazing for them.
Yeah, it's a little tough, kind of a dire situation. They're not too far behind. They have 8 points up on the board. And they have a chance to win out on this round here up against 303 Esports. They're going to have to play a kind of big brain up against this Astra. There is this hookah crunch here from 303 Esports. They do have it in their favor already, and they're going to put down the lockdown. This is a huge situation. There's not going to be, actually there is going to be a Hunter's Fury on the side, but Sawston is not going to opt to use it this time. Going to maybe save it for either next round or a more advantageous situation for them. All this information is not going in the favor right now, but there it is. The Hunter's Fury is going to come out, but he has to put it away because of the push, Bemi.
Oh my gosh, and also on top of that, they've denied the plant. 1v3, Flipsy gets the information, but will they be able to get a sugar-free duel? I mean, it's the Reynas. They've been absolutely insane today. Not sure what they can do here. Gonna make some footsteps to make it seem like they're rotating, but Barara's too smart for that. Just holding hookah. They're aware, but can they land the shot? I guess not. 12 health and a dream, it seems like, but sugar-free holding at the boxes will be able to keep it going, and at least I'll be able to live to see another round here, Choice.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they stopped the bleeding pretty well. I mean, they're still gonna go up against basically a full buy here. Monsi does have a Bulldog in hand, but opting for that full shield, and Mirari with the Guardian. Not going to be able to do much with that, but they're going to try. They do have the Showstopper in hand, and Sugar-Free also has the Empress. Drakius does have From the Shadows, but we haven't seen too much use of that this time. Flipsy with the Hunter's Fury on the side of 303 could actually get something big done here. If they could get the spike down and allow Flipsy to go on the backside and clear it with the Hunter's Fury, could be huge for them in this round to push them over to match point.
We'll see what happens. I mean, there is also quite a few ultimates for Dimmadomes. They could make this work. They have the Empress and Showstopper online. That's a good enough offensive ultimates to work with and deny any push. But they are playing it smart, though. 303 want to close this out. They don't want to bring it into overtime anytime soon. Overtime, I've seen them buying can do some pretty hard stuff to people. It's not a very fun experience. Overtime is a very stressful experience in general, but with bind especially. AJ is going to make some noise, try to see if they can lure them out, but there's already some noise coming out, and Marori gets 2 with the Showstopper, stops the show right then and there, and the Hunter's Fury not going to be able to get anything, but they still walk away, but is it going to be enough? Flipsy, the last one remaining alive again. I don't know if they're going to be able to clutch it out. They do manage to get one. They're going to be able to TP and rotate, but will the rotate be fast enough? I mean, you have the Cypher alive, and they already got the revealed location. They're just going to... I would plant right now, man. I would do that if you want to, but I guess Flipsy says they're just going to win out the duels as much as they can. They get one, but that's going to be it. Mirari saving the day. Massive 2K right out the gate. Not enough noise from AJ to make them think otherwise.
Oh, beautiful stuff from Dimmadomes. Like you said, that Showstopper 2K was so clutch for them to hold on to that side, as well as Drakius on the side of Showers, being able to take down 2 members of 303, pushing through there, not allowing them to do much. And this is a save for 303. We see a Spectre in full shield. That's the biggest buy for them. And we're seeing the Econ get a little more healthy on the side of Dimmadomes. They are pushing themselves to the limit here. You could tell they want this win. They don't want to allow 303 to push through on over to the edge of match point. And it's definitely showing right now. But this is a big push from 303.
Ooh. Well, see what they can do here again. Working not with much here. They're hoping they can bring it to match point. This series is pretty much guaranteed tied unless 303 does one of their silly shenanigans again where they just win because whatever weapons they have in their hands and they're just like, it'll work. I don't know. Only time will tell. There's a good tag on the con artist early on, so your entry fragger not going to get much info and not going to get very far with only 4 health.
Yeah. Not very entry of you there, Con Artist, with 4 HP. Just a sneeze will take you out. A cool breeze will take you out as well. But it looks like they are going to be pushing in. Izire is going to finish off Con Artist, and here comes the push.
AJ is able to find it. The TP does come in. They do know that Sauce is in the elbow. Might be able to trade it out if they push in correctly. Gonna try to bait out the managed to find one, but there we go. The trade does manage to actually happen. They get the plan. 3v3 with some right utility, might be able to get something, but nah. I'm just playing with tugging at heartstrings here. Flipsy also makes a lot of noise. They know exactly where they are. And there we go, a tied series. Dimmadomes, they've had their struggles, but they've certainly have managed to make it a competitive match overall.
Oh, absolutely. And it looks like 303 are calling for a tactical pause here. This is 11-11. They have lost now 3 rounds, very important rounds in a row. Their econ is not looking good. I mean, they have enough to buy here, but if they allow Dimmadomes to push through to the next round, that'd be match point. And that's a tough situation to be in, especially when you're buying full out here with full shields, full rifles. This is a tough situation.
We'll see. Okay. Getting ready. Calm before the storm for match point.
Exactly.
As we see them have at least a couple ultimates ready on the side of 303. Sugar Free does still hold on to the Empress, which is great. Flushing out all the gravity well. Will Ezri go down? I wonder. They're caught in a vulnerable situation. The Hunter Fury comes out. Everybody's coming in from all sides, and Connors will be the first one to get in. There it is. Entry fragger. Now with a little more health on their side, this round will be able to push on through. And AJ also dropping the Empress as well. They want this match point. They don't care if they go into overtime. They want to at least guarantee that they are still fighting for another win in the group stage.
This is huge stuff for 303. They look like a totally different team in this round. They want that match point. Mirari is in their way, though.
Uh-oh.
Does have the operator, is spotted out. But he has a feeling that he's going to be pushed up on, but AJ is going to win out on that duel. And this is match point for 303. This is huge for them, Bemi. I mean, it was looking dire there for a while. 3 rounds in a row for Dimmadomes to push them up to 11 points. And they're just 1 behind. So if... this is tough, though, because look at the buys on the side of Dimmadomes. Not amazing by any means, but Mirari does have the operator in hand again. Going to be digging deep for that one.
Certainly,
wow.
And con artists at the very least, though. 303, they have that showstopper. They could potentially do some serious damage with it. I think they might be just playing for picks right now and guaranteeing trades. I'm not sure if they'll commit to this B side. They do have a couple pushed up to hookah, but again, maybe if it ain't broke, don't fix it. B side has been relatively successful for their attacks. They do not have the wall this time, though. Can't deny lines of sights. They just have to make it work here. Mirari already starts making it challenging. Monsi does get taken down, but that's still the showstopper online for them. At least it's Monsi, not Carnartis. Definitely don't want to lose players, but still, you have to lose one of the two in hookah. Carnartis still with that showstopper. It's the Dream Alive, and there we go. It comes online. Will they find one? They will be able to. Gets the good opening, and Ezri was already taken down with so much damage. 303 looking primed to bring it down. They also get Khan off of hookah, or Khan is able to get Sugar Free off of hookah. Tries to get one more for their trouble, but not to be the case. A 2v2 situation. They're going to drop another smoke. They just want to win the fight out, and they will be able to. And will they plant the spike? No, they're just going to focus. Mirari's the last one standing, and there we go. It got a little dicey at the end, but 303 wins it out altogether.
Beautiful rounds from 303. I was looking scary there for a second. It seemed like Dimmadomes really wanted to get that win in their hands, in their back pocket, but they were not able to push it over to the edge. A 13-11 scoreline is pretty fantastic, if I say so myself. I mean, that was a really competitive game from both sides, and I'm really excited. I'm really happy that I got to see something like that. That was really fun, Bimmy.
Yeah, it was honestly a privilege to watch Blackheart play an amazing Astra. Honestly, I am going to be maybe going back to this VOD and just watching it again just to see how Blackheart was playing. Truly amazing stuff from there, but got to give it to Dimmadomes. You know, it's good to see them back in action, and they certainly made it entertaining for us and almost looked like realistically bringing it back. There was so many rounds that should have been given to 303, but, you know, Dimmadomes crawling back there and should have maybe gotten even their own MVP as Mirari was top. But Con Artist is going to take that MVP for us. And without question, some seriously amazing plays from both. The duelists here were fantastic this match.
Oh yeah, if I'm looking at the scoreboard correctly here, it's all 4 duelists on the field up at the top of the leaderboard, up at the top of the scoreboard. Beautiful stuff. You'll have to see kind of stuff like that where the duelists are doing their job. They're getting those frags, those entries, and it's beautiful. Blackheart, though, I will say, just like you said, definitely using that Astra to the fullest capabilities. We love to see it. But once again, that was game 2 of the group stages. We're going to be going to a quick little break, but when we come back, it's going to be another match of group stage. It's going to be the 3rd match and the last one of group stage. So after that, it will be playoffs. So you're going to want to stick around for this one. It's going to be great. See you right after this break.